Yeah, man, this is Cleopatra. It's a mess with the queen. It's a mess. Invigorates and inspired. It's a mess. Yeah, man, she came and she saw. Yeah, she was a coward, but she conquered. It's a mess. It's a come giant. The operation and the edification. It's a mess with the tubes of humor. It's a mess. Endorsed by ladies. It's a mess. Uplifting and inspiring, you know. This is original Little Kirk. Say, hey, Cleopatra, them can't hold it down no time. Good over evil. Set it. On it never yet press it. Hey, beauty queen and straight, you know. Cleopatra, yeah. Most I bless you, true beauty queen. Don't damn it at the sea now, yeah. Cleopatra, tell them can't hold Pacha down. You see the most I alone him with a triple crown. Yo, can't hold Cleopatra down. She keep burning them with words, poems and a song. Joy, can't hold Pacha down. And this a serious thing, this at no merry-go round. No merry-go-round, them can't hold her down. Check it out, yes, you get the most I clear her path right now, session and just a shot like it's after dark. Yeah, him give her a clean hands and a pure heart. You see, she got it from the start again. But her heart it clean like a whistle. Never over come wine over and a shine over the glisten. Yeah, well, even this one of the most I children, Cleopatra, yo, you rule from the beginning. Then them can't hold Pacha down. You see the most I alone him with a triple crown. You can't hold beauty queen down. She keep burning them the words, poems and a sound. Joy, can't hold Pacha down. And this a serious thing. This is no merry-go-round. Cleopatra tell them the witch she bent to the storm, to the rain. Thank you for blessing her again. She tried it to the street and to the lane. I will up your gunshot, the people of back on the main, yeah. Father, you carry her through. So many are called, but the chosen of few. We no care who I go and do I go. If you want no clean, so you can go to Cleopatra, tell them, can't hold her down. You see the mouse, I got no him up with a triple crown. Yo, can't keep her down. Him keep burning them with words, poems and a song. Joy, can't hold her down. And this a serious thing, this a no merry-go-round. Oh, Cleopatra, beauty queen. They say though she walks through the valley of the shadow of death, Cleopatra shall fear not evil. Whoa, the Most High is always with her. She will ride in the them can't hold Pacha down. You see the Most High alone him with a triple crown. Yo, can't keep her down. She keep burning them with words, powers, and a sound of lifting the ladies. Oh, standing up for the babies. She'll overgave. Gave her eyes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, you heard the voice of Little Kirk. Today, you know what time it is. Once you see the hat, you know it's Nurse Cleopatra on the move. It's Motivation Mondays. What's your mood? I got you. I know you thought I wasn't going to come today to tell you anything about your health. Remember, you got to hone your health. What did I just say? Hone your health. What's your mood today? What's your mood today? All right, so I just want to welcome you, my conquerors. If you're joining me for the first time, this is what we do on a Monday, Motivation Mondays, honing your health. You got to hone your health. And each week I come on here to teach you a thing or two. So once you see the hat, get used to it. It's your Nurse Cleopatra, all right, in the house. Now, what am I going to be talking about today? Today I thought about herbs, right? The Bible tells us that in Genesis 1:29, it says, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which upon the face of all the earth, and every tree. Look around you in the daytime. Just take a look. If you're on this slide tonight and it's daytime where you are, take a look around. If it's nighttime, I want you to do me a favor. Tomorrow when you wake up, Go outside, or if you have to go outside, just take a look around you. All right? I'll read again. It said, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed upon the face of all the earth, and every tree. He didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said every tree, every single one, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. But anyways, we're talking about health today. So some people, they do take the pharmaceuticals, those kind of medications, while some people believe in the natural way, the naturopathic way, where they will take their herbs, which you can find in the earth, which is not man-made. It was God-made. All right. So we're going to look at certain herbs today in terms of medication. Some of them that I will mention, you probably have already known about them or heard about it or something, right? But if so, I will refresh your memory. And if you haven't, then you will learn something new today, right? Hey, 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 hey. Let me see who is on. Wherever you're called, wherever you're checking in from, let me know. Just say hello. Your concerns concern us, and together we conquer. Don't forget. Now, I'm going to start out with the Johns Worts. Anybody knows what Johns Worts look like? I will put a picture on here so you can see what I'm talking about. So in this case, I will be speaking about Johns Wort. It is considered a psychiatric medication. So if someone has mental issues, psychiatric, this is a medication that can be used to reduce anxiety and depression. So for all the people who have been reaching out to me saying that they're depressed, and let me just put the disclaimer out today. Before you take any of these, if you are seeing your doctor, please make sure you consult with your doctor first. Okay, consult with your doctors first, especially if you are already on pharmaceutical medications. Don't forget that. All right. Don't say, oh, my ear Cleopatra say. All right. I made sure I put that out there. So Johns Worts is known for psychiatric needs medication. It reduces anxiety and depression. Now, what I want you to know with Johns Wort is that it can cause photosensitivity. What do I mean by that? You know, sometimes when you go outside and it's like you can't, the sun is too bright for you. It can happen naturally, especially if you just woke up and the sun hits you and that glare hits you. Yes. But one side effect, kind of, when you're taking St. John Worts is that it can cause photosensitivity. So you're sensitive to the rays, the sunlight, right? And do not take this if you're on the SSRI medication. All right? Please. Now, that is what St. John Worts look like. The next one that I will be talking about today is the garlic. We all know what garlic looks like, right? Anybody on here doesn't know what garlic looks like? Come on, we use it every day in cooking, right? We use it every day in cooking. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share a picture with you. So for those who don't know what garlic looks like, I will share with you a picture of garlic. Now, here we go. So garlic, as you can see here on the screen, if you've not known or never seen it before, this is what garlic looks like. And a lot of people know that garlic is known for its source of being an antioxidant, right? And garlic also is used to lower blood pressure. So someone who has high blood pressure, they normally would consume a lot of garlic, and it also lowers cholesterol. So if you don't know, garlic lowers blood pressure and it lowers cholesterol. Now, one adverse effect of garlic, just like anything, if we overdo it, it may cause an odor. Yeah, that's simple. You know, you might eat the garlic and you go and talk in someone's face or in their space, they can smell that garlic scent coming from you or from your mouth. And one contraindication, if you're using garlic for any medicinal purposes, please, if you are on anticoagulants, which is anticoagulants are medication that helps to stop blood clotting, kind of have your blood flowing. If you are on any of these medications, anticoagulants, please do not take garlic. All right. Do not take it with anticoagulants. All right. And if you know someone who is on anticoagulants and they're taking garlic, you can also inform them, let them know that it's not recommended to take garlic once they are taking anticoagulant medications. Now, the next one that I want to highlight to you today is the Gingko Biloba. Gingko Biloba. Now, what Gingko Biloba does for people who study a lot, they normally take some of that, consume some of that because it helps with your memory. So for people who have memory issues, Ginkgo biloba helps with your memory, you retaining information. All right. So I also want you to know that don't use Ginkgo biloba with anticoagulants. So along with garlic, Ginkgo biloba is not recommended to be taken if someone is on anticoagulants. All right. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is the Echinacea. Does anyone know what is Echinacea? Does anyone know what is Echinacea? All right. So this is what it looks like. So if you've ever seen anything like this before, this is Echinacea, right? This beautiful flowers. It looks like something that we've seen in Jamaica. Yeah. But yes, Echinacea is very good. It improves your immune system. It's an immune booster. And normally when it's a flu season, it's very good to take. All right. Now, it also improves. Oh, if someone has HIV, your immune system would be compromised. In other words, you would have, if you're not eating right or taking your medications that the doctors prescribe, or if you're on a holistic naturopathic path and you're not taking your medication, your immune system can become compromised. So it becomes weakened, in other words, right? So I want you to know that with Echinacea, it is not effective when a patient or a client has HIV, and it can also cause liver toxicity. Okay? It can cause liver toxicity. So if you've never known that before, you can say you've learned it here today. Again, let me repeat, Echinacea, it improves your immune system. And when the flu season is around, it's very good, especially now we have these viruses, different viruses going around. Echinacea is something you want to have in your house if you're someone who prefers herbal medication over pharmaceuticals. And just bear in mind, if someone who has HIV, it is said that Echinacea is not effective because of the compromised or weakened immune system. And also, it will cause liver toxicity. All right. And the next one that I want to speak about is the ginger. And we all know what ginger looks like. We use it to make tea. We use it in our foods. We grind it and turn it into powder. So we all are familiar. Most people, I would say, is familiar or are familiar with what ginger looks like. And I just want you to know that if you're nauseous or you're experiencing vomiting, you can drink some ginger, make some ginger tea, and it will help to settle your stomach, calm down the nausea and your vomiting. Just want to let you know it will reduce nausea and vomiting. Now, you shouldn't also use ginger if you're on anticoagulant medications, all right? And there is risk, reason being, there is increased risk of bleeding. Increased risk of bleeding. And why remember earlier I told you that for anticoagulants, it's like it kind of thins the blood so as to not, it prevents clotting, kind of. It prevents the blood from clotting. So if your blood is already flowing and it's thin and you're going to be using ginger, garlic, or the Ginkgo biloba, then it will increase your risk for bleeding. All right, the least little thing you will bleed. All right, so just bear that in mind. Now, the next herb that I want to touch on today is the black cohosh. Anybody knows what that is? I am going to show you a picture of what the black cohosh looks like, and then I will tell you what it does. All right, so that is what the black cohosh looks like right here on my screen. That I've never really seen that before. In all my life, going to bushes in Jamaica. I've never really seen this one before. Or I could have probably seen it, but didn't know what it was or what it did or how it's useful in healing or for medicine purposes. So what the black cohosh does, it alleviates menopausal symptoms. So if a female reaches the age of menopause, there are always symptoms. One of them, or the known one, is the hot flashes. So what this does, it will alleviate any symptoms that menopause will cause. Okay, hot flashes, night sweats, stuff like that. The females would more understand what I'm talking about. But if you are a male and you're on here listening, you can know what to do to help your lady, when she's going through anything like that. And again, if she's on any other medication like pharmaceuticals, please consult the doctor before to ask them if she can, or ask them, if you're a female, ask them if you can and in what proportion. All right? I'm making sure I'm reminding you. Now, no symptoms noted for client, but will cause premature labor in pregnancy. There is no it can cause, if the woman is pregnant and takes black cohosh for just normal consumption, then it can cause premature labor. I think like thyme, they said it's good for that as well. Yes, so I just want to put that out there, that the black cohosh, if you're taking it and you're not using it for the menopausal symptoms, it can cause premature labor in pregnancy. So just bear that in mind, that is what it looks like on the screen. So again, I just want to reiterate, the black cohosh is used to alleviate menopausal symptoms, for example, hot flashes, night sweats, etc. And if you are pregnant and you happen to consume it, it could cause premature labor. So in other words, it will put you in labor before time. Now, the next one that I want to speak about, the other herb that I want to speak about today, is the Kava Kava. I'm trying to put a picture on the screen here so you can see what it looks like, right? And trying to get that on my screen real quick. Kava Kava. We're talking about herbal medications today. If you're just joining us for the first time, thank you for joining me on today Meditation Mondays, Hone Your Health with Nurse Cleopatra. All right, so right now on my screen, it is the Kava Kava. I don't know, I've never really seen this one either, but that's what it looks like. And what the Kava Kava does, it helps to treat anxiety. So just like the St. Johns Wort that I mentioned earlier helps to reduce anxiety and depression, the Kava Kava helps to treat anxiety, insomnia. So if you're someone who has sleeping issues, falling asleep, that's insomnia. The Kava Kava is good for that. Any muscle pain, it's also good for that. If you also have any hepatotoxic situation, meaning that you have liver toxicity, hepatotoxic, you may have heard that term before, that also is good to take, right? So I just want you to know about that as well. The Now, if someone is on Parkinson's medication, remember we're talking about herbal medication, but let's say the patient or the client, or if you are taking any pharmaceutical medication for Parkinson's, what the Kava Kava will do if you take it, it will decrease the effect of the Parkinson's medication. All right. So again, like I said, if you're on pharmaceutical medications, it's always good to consult your doctor first before you take these herbal medications. And if you're not I would say it's okay to take your herbal medications, but sometimes you still have to pay attention to how much of it you consume, because some of the medications, they can cause other side effects. Like I mentioned about like the Echinacea before. It can cause liver toxicity. Okay, so just bear in mind. So again, Kava Kava, it is also used to treat anxiety, insomnia, and muscle pain. It can cause, or if you have any liver toxicity, it can also treat that. And if you're on Parkinson's medication, it will lower the effect of what the medication should do. Okay, also Kava Kava is one other herb that can also cause liver toxicity, or you've heard the term hepatotoxic, right? And it decreases the effects of anti-Parkinson's medication. Now, the last thing I want to speak about today is the Palmetto. Saw Palmetto. And I will also show you what that one looks like if you've never seen that one before. The saw Palmetto, just bear with me. I'm trying to bring it up on my screen so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm pulling it up right now. All right, so saw Palmetto. All right, so here we go. This is what the saw Palmetto looks like. I don't know if you've seen this before. And what the saw Palmetto does, if you know someone who has prostate cancer or benign prostate hypertrophy, you may hear the doctor talk about your call it BPH. It is good for any ailments like that, right? So the saw Palmetto is good for BPH, which is benign prostate hypertrophy, any prostate issues, because sometimes when they have prostate cancer, it enlarges the prostate. In other words, that's what I'm talking about. And it is used for erectile dysfunction. So for those men who they can't get that part up properly, enough blood is not flowing there, and they have issues probably because of diabetes, high blood pressure, any other issues that affects that part, the saw palmetto can be used for erectile dysfunction. It can also be used for dizziness and headache, or it may cause dizziness and headache. So just bear that in mind. So the saw palmetto can be used for if someone has BPH, which is benign prostate hypertrophy. Like I said, when they have prostate cancer, it enlarges the prostate, and cause all kinds of complications, even with urine. It is used for that. That's a very good herb for that purpose. And it's also used for men who have erectile dysfunction problems, and it may cause dizziness and headache. So I just want you to bear that in mind. So again, on the screen, it's the saw palmetto. And this comes to the end of this week's session of speaking about herbal medications. I spoke about the Johns Wort, what it does, side effects, and how to use it. Garlic, I spoke about the Gingko Biloba, Echinacea, ginger, the black cohosh, the Kava Kava, and the saw palmetto. So I hope that you have learned something this week and you can share it with somebody, or, at least now you know that you can use these herbal medications. Again, the herbs is the healing of the nation, as we hear on a daily basis. So we've come to the end of another week's session of Meditation Mondays, Hone Your Health. What's your mood? All right. So I will see you on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what happens on Thursday again? Can someone tell me? What happens on Thursday? We do testimonies, Testimony Thursday. All right, so it's your Nurse Cleopatra with Hone Your Health on Meditation Mondays. I will see you on Thursday. All right, don't forget to tell somebody about Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. Text somebody, tag somebody, tell somebody. Don't keep us a secret. Your concerns concern us, and together we conquer. My hat kind of look nice, right? So don't forget, when you see this hat, you know what time it is. Meditation Mondays, Hone your health with Queen Cleopatra on Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. See you. Peace out.